mun amalla Silja Somby ja mun parkan räddeaddin Sametingis. Venezia-biennalen tällä usko oktada maailmassa tuoremus taidetahpahus. Entä lävi kohtuutan tällä uudekään taidemaailme olympiada taidtarita.
In April next year, 2022, we will be inaugurating the Sami Pavilion in La Biennale di Venezia. It will be a historic project. We, as commissioners of the Nordic Pavilion, are proposing its transformation into a Sami-centered pavilion. And it is historic because in the long history of the Nordic Pavilion, not once have Sami perspectives been invited in. My name is Katya García-Antón, and since 2014 I've been director of the Office of Contemporary Arts Norway. On this occasion we will be showing 3 artists from the 3 nation-states that divide Sápmi. The work that will be presented will be not only bringing to the world the strength of Sami artistic and aesthetic practices, but also connect to the struggles that these 3 artists face in their everyday life and that they communicate with such power through their artistic practices.
Ta millä uhkan hui erinomus lää just tahatte uhkai iidaps chilikt att vähän den koloniala historia den tuoja toppa lääjö hädju mie dalla huidekkär dalla mi tahkata on atstäkkä liike joulu on liike leftudan oftspargu kun ehtapsto alekchir ja mutta mille njälji rihkas sirju njälji rihkaski ja puhmai dahmieltis puktadan oftspargu toppa lääjö uhkasta hädju mi att maida mieltispukta ja dallitapston aisna välttan nukohtuun både saamekili voksenopläring ja saat täälkteiston palktan pähtätsehkistä saisku tarvan että vuodatsehkäi.
When working with Sápmi, with Sami communities, one cannot do it without acknowledging the colonial history and the current colonial experience that Sami peers continue to live within, both in society and at a structural level and within the art world too. And to engage with Sápmi means to take on board a duty, a responsibility to dismantle, together with our Sami peers, those very colonial structures which are still ongoing. And collaboration is the only way to do it. As Sami peers have often said to me, nothing should be said about us or done about us without us in the center of that. So it's all about centering Sami thinking. And that means putting Sami peers at the center of what you do. That does not mean simply inviting a Sami artist to join an exhibition. I mean, that's good. But it needs to go further and deeper than that. How do you create symmetrical relations between your institution and the Sami peers that you're working with? And the only way to do that is to center Sami peers within your institution, to open up positions, to open up opportunities of responsibility with decision-making capacity within your institution. So as a result of working on program, working on how your institution is structured through its staff, you will also be able to connect with broader audiences in Sápmi and beyond. I think what surprised me was, a series of kind of persistent negative comments or perceptions, comments about, it's going to be very difficult to work with Sápmi, or comments about, why are you doing it? There's nothing going on up there, or it's not pertinent to Oka, or it's not pertinent to the world. And those comments showed me that unfortunately Norway was and still is probably about 20 years behind. I think in these processes, it is easy to think that one is understanding what is being said in an immediate way. Very often people say things, but understand them from their own perspectives. So it requires quite a lot of perseverance and humility to look outside one's frame of thinking, to persevere in building up sufficient knowledge that you are truly understanding what is being said to you. I think it's important to really dig deep and to really do some proper research and to keep an open mind, to keep looking into what that language or those ways of doing should really be about. And the other element which I found challenging, especially at the beginning, was the degree of skepticism that surrounded our activities, especially here in Oslo, and the warm embrace that we received on the international scene. One might think that it's much more difficult to make it internationally because it's such a competitive scene, but actually it's been the other way around. Internationally, things have gone much faster.